This is Coach Karan Godwin. I want to introduce to you the new Ball Hog Gloves X Factor. Now these gloves still take away the natural grip of the ball, forcing your hands and fingers to work overtime, but now we've added weights to the wrist, all right? So this is going to work on your hand speed. For drills, follow at Coach Godwin on Instagram and go to ballhoggloves.com.
Couldn't get him on the floor and get him in the action, Chris, with Serge Ibaka. That's why they made the move. One of the reasons they made the move to get trade Ibaka, because they had to get Aaron Gordon on the floor because they drafted him high. He and Peyton are high draft picks, so you got to play him.
The Pacers in the first 3 games. George picks up the foul and will shoot 3. That's on Terrence Ross out front. Takes him right to the basket.
That's the move. Get him right at the rim. If nobody helps.
And now George to tie it with a 3.
On the strong side corner with him. You can't let him pop back to the corner to get the ball. He's too good of a shooter.
They've hit 6 of 8.
Right to the back of the rim.
Paul George. Oh, that last shot by Fournier was counted as a 2. And there's Paul George again for a 5-point Pacers lead.
I mean, and Kevin Seraphin did a really good job. What the Pacers did was bring the ball down and go right into a little pick and roll action. PG comes through it free.
George for 3.
I'm telling you, he's coming off this screen. And the thing that's helped Paul, I think, tremendously.
Pacers allowed just 89 to Milwaukee on Thursday, 90 to Toronto as George, another basket and a foul.
He's got it going. I'm telling you, he's got it going. It's so much so that he got the ball and was on a move.
And now George takes it against Fournier and floats it up and good, and a foul.
They tried it again. Fournier tried it again to try to get in front of him. And Frank thinks it's an offensive foul, but Fournier, we'll see if that's in fact the case. That's a flop. I'm sorry, that's just a flop. But in delivering the ball to Paul on time.
And look at Thad Young just feast inside on the Magic. He's hit 7 of 7. He is perfect.
What a really good timely pass there by Jeff Teague when Paul popped free after losing it.
George, and he puts it through. And Frank Vogel has seen enough. He calls a timeout as George beat the Magic down the floor, and the Pacers have opened up a 14-point lead, 73-59. You said it. How do you start? Since the timeout, the Pacers just 1 of 8. Change that to 2 of 9 from the field.
Yeah, that's that changing ends that Monte can do. He gets that head of steam.
George. Shot clock at 1. Ellis for 3 from the wing.
That's part of when you have conversations.
Shot clock down to 5. George against Ross. And he got the bounce off the top of the backboard. Yep.
Yeah, he knew where he was. He knew he had Terrence Ross fully into it. You can't afford to fall into that.
And George with a 3 for another 30-point game. 32 for Paul George. It's his 18th 30-point game of the year.
Paul, they've got Terrence Ross guarding.
And Stevenson right to the rim.
Yeah, that's because you had Ross guarding.
Seraphin against Biyombo, and the Pacers force a quick timeout by Frank Vogel as they jump the lead back to 19. Rebound.
Ball's going. I could see him taking off from right there. He ran from the three-point line, and Thaddeus Young saw Paul going to the basket.
34 tonight for Paul George. George with a left hand rolls off the rim but draws the foul on Terrence Ross.
What they've done is they've changed it and moved the screen down.
And now he moves away, and George steps back for the jumper, and 37 for PG.
He is, when he stays and keeps it simple, he is really effective. All kinds of ways, Chris. I mean, he's done, I thought, a very good job of limiting the number of dribbles he has in order to get to his shot. His teammates have found him when he's wide open. You know he's going to make some of those, and here, a smart, quick move lets him get a strong finish at the rim. Get out of the way.
Shot clock.
Oh, what a really good play. And he ran the play to get him the shot. I mean, Paul ran the play and realized almost immediately he was going to be doubled.
The Pacers get a very important win, and they snap an 8-game road losing streak tonight.
Paul George, all smiles right now, and I saw you before the game. You and your teammates were having a good time, and it really lasted throughout. How much fun are you having right now?
We're having a lot of fun. We're playing the right way. You know, we're coming out here and we're expecting to win now. It's not a guessing game or what type of team we're going to get. We know who we are now. We're coming out, we're executing, we're playing hard, and it's resulting in wins for us.
The first half, you score a season high for points in the first quarter. Did you sort of feel like no one on Orlando could guard you?
I feel like nobody can guard me. It's just a matter if I'm going to make the shot or not. But I got hot. Guys helped me getting open. I had a good rhythm start the game off, and it carried all the way throughout the game.
Defensively, maybe some breakdowns at times, but what is the key to this team, locking down over the next week?
Just one game at a time. I think we're doing that. We're handling business. We're taking care of our bodies. We're resting. Biggest thing is just taking this thing one at a time, narrow it down. We're in position to control our destiny. We're not looking for help at this point, so just take care of what we can.
Speaking of help, are you aware of what happened today around the NBA? Chicago lost to Brooklyn, and Miami currently tied at halftime, so you're creeping closer to that playoff spot.
Yeah. Like I said, we just control what we can. We'll be happy. I've been saying that when we were trying to get in this hunt. We continue on with this. We'll be happy where we're at.
And if you get in the playoffs and you have a chance to go into there with a winning streak, you never know what could happen.
You never know. It's 0-0 at that point.
All right, Paul, congratulations. Great game. 37 points.